97.9 The Box is the Madd Hatta Morning Show in the building with Mo Amer, comedian.
What up?
From SWAT. A-Leaf is in the building, man.
What's up?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man.
For those that don't know, if you've never seen Mo's comedy, you really, you're losing out, man. This is one of the funniest comedians out the H, man. Really proud of the work he's been doing around the world, around the country, around the states, and about to do some big stuff here. I mean, not here, but you're about to do some big stuff on television.
I am, man. I'm filming my Netflix special. I'm very
Congratulations, by the way.
That.
That's major, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was a big deal, man. I was really, really excited. Been working super hard for years, and yeah, I'm gonna film it in Austin at the Paramount Theater. June 28th. I was trying to get Houston, man, but everything was shut down and the deadlines for me to get it out in time. So the next best thing with Austin, some executives were like, why don't you do it in Dallas? It's still Texas. I'm like, bro, I will get executed and excommunicated from Houston forever, and you out of your mind. Like, well, what about San Antonio? I was like, why don't I just walk around the Spurs jersey in Houston? You out of your mind? I was like, Austin is neutral territory.
Okay.
This is where everybody comes through. Yeah, everybody comes through. If you're from Houston, like Austin is basically your second home. You know what I mean? And then take the next thing on the road.
They should have had a special somewhere. No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, I'm serious.
Because you've been doing this for how long now,
Mo? Professionally, almost 20 years, 19 years.
So you like way overdue.
It's true and no. It's like yes and no. It's like I felt ready a minute ago, but touring with Chappelle the last 5 years and seeing how he's doing it and being mentored by him and seeing where the politics of the world is and what my place in that is, it's like it's perfect, man. It's like it's just perfect. I can't be upset. There's so many books too that I've read about Hollywood. Like it takes 20 years for overnight success. Like it really does, man. And if you want longevity in this business or any business, you got to put in a lot of work.
What
and a lot
year
of time.
are you in?
I'm in I started in 99, like officially in 99. First time I did stand-up was in 95. I was 14. And then I started like really working and in 99, 2000. So it's been like almost 19 years. Yeah.
Okay, what did you learn from Dave Chappelle touring with him for 5 years?
My God, what did I learn from Dave Chappelle? It's like, how much
much
time do I have on here, bro?
Did he take you? Because I don't know how other comedians are. Like, I don't know if they get stand up like, hey, you do your set and then you're out of here, kid.
Yeah, I'm sure that is for a lot of people. I mean, like, I'm very lucky. We have a great relationship. I was with him this weekend. He did a juke joint, just hanging out with like Jill Scott, Talib, and Martin Luther's great, Stevie Wonder's band. Like he just, we're that kind of close, And we met like 11 years ago, and then I started touring with him, and started doing shows with him like 2012, and started doing more and more. It's like, yo, why don't you come here? Why don't you come here? Why don't you come here? And it was always like a brotherly relationship from the get go, and so yeah, man, I learned so much, bro. I mean, like, where do you want to start? Like from his like work ethic, his rhythm, his timing, his ability to like have influence with music and stand up and rhythmically. Like there's a lot of rhythm in stand up as well. Like, man, it's just so much timing. At some point, like, saw you pre-gaming, post-game. Like it's just so much, man.
Okay, so how does he approach how does he approach a joke, for example? For example, how does he come up with it?
You ever seen the Get Out poster?
Yeah.
Where he's just standing there and he's stuck in that sunken place and he got a teardrop coming down. That's what comedians do. That's what Dave Chappelle does. He sits there and he thinks and contemplates and thinks for hours, and it's like a trance. It's essentially a form of like meditation. I mean, and that's what he does, and then he takes it up on stage.
Is that your
That's to say, I've done that since the get-go. Like I've always sat down in front of my notebook and just like, all right, I'm done with this.
Where do you get it from? Because at some point you said you've been doing this for 20 years. Do you run out of material?
No, I've been around 36 years. I got 36 years of material. That's how I look at it. There's like so much experience that you could play with, and you can't get to that comfortable place unless you are, well trained and have a tremendous amount of experience. I mean, there's like, I got thrown on. For instance, like there's a lot of guys that would crumble in certain situations. Like they threw me on. Dave and Nas and Lauryn Hill were doing a show at the Shoreline Amphitheater in San Francisco. And they're like, okay, your turn. It was right. People just got in. It's 21,000. It's chaotic. And then it's like, giddy up, champ. Like throw me up on stage. And you got to figure that out. And it only comes with experience and trusting yourself and believing in yourself.
Do you even get scared when you go to the stage?
No. I don't get scared. It's not fear. It's more excitement,
Really?
Like some guys would think like, yeah, I get super excited. Are you kidding? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for this. I can't wait. Throw me on. I mean, Dave is like really took that out of me. You know, if there was any little bit left in me, it's just gone because like I've performed in every single circumstance. It feels like I've experienced. I'm like ready for anything.
Has he ever given you any crazy advice?
Crazy advice? I mean, he's giving me a ton of advice. He says wild things all the
time. Has he ever said anything wild? He's like, Dave, what?
Nah, he messes with me all the time, man. But he's giving me like so many gems, like so many gems. I mean, he just constantly he believes in me so much, and it's just an honor, man. It's just like pinching myself.
In this climate, are there any jokes that you won't say? You won't tell anymore, or you scared to tell, or
I think Trump made it easy to say whatever the hell you want to say, man.
Oh, so you feel
you
empowered?
think so? Because we saw what Roseanne did just recently.
Well, that's just pretty racist. I mean, that's just.
But she thought that she was being funny. She thought that she was being comedic, and her comedic poetry ended in this racist rant getting her fired from her job, so to speak.
That was crazy.
What's
I didn't
the fine
expect
line
it.
between comedy and being too, I guess, touching on people's toes?
It's kind of hurtful. I mean, that was just like, we obviously know. Like, she just straight up put Muslim Brotherhood in there and then just put black folks and then just say gorilla. Like, that's just... It's just gross, man. It's just like very, very racist thing to say. You should definitely not say something like that. I believe that there is, like, you don't know where the line is until you cross it. That's something that Chappelle said, and that's true. But that's just like directly hurtful and racist. Like, it's just very, very racist. In this climate, I don't think we should stand for that. There's ways that you can, articulate your message and still make people laugh. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's making people laugh, not trying to start a cult, And so that's just weird. And also, like, Twitter has become an official statement place. Like, Twitter was a place where you go up and you just have clever one-liners, right? So it's just, or try to make jokes, and that's what it's supposed to be. But, the president now tweets all of his official messages, so now everybody else is official as well. Yep. And on top of that, we have a troll for a president, which is crazy. It's really wild. I sat next to his son. I went super
I heard
viral
about
next to
this.
his son.
What happened?
Well, see,
this one is what? This is Eric.
If you
Eric Trump,
Google Mo, that's all you see. Mo comedian, and then you see
terrible.
Comedian sits next to Trump.
Yeah,
son. It's just like there's a series of stories.
Yeah, Dave was like, famous chasing you, man. I was like, well, if it's chasing me with them buck teeth, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing. It was really terrible. Like, I just got off of
terrible.
It was because I woke up. Okay, so I flew in from Australia, and I'm connecting from New York. I flew into Houston, and Houston went to New York. I'm exhausted. It's a long journey, and I'm supposed to go to Scotland to start my European tour. So I come up to board. I come in to check in for my boarding, and I got upgraded to first class. And I didn't know I was gonna get upgraded, much less sit next to Eric Trump. But I should have known because I've never been greeted with such enthusiasm with the name Muhammad flying out of New York. It's just never happened. I show up, I scan my boarding pass, and she was like, guess who's been upgraded? I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, it's all these years and dedication to this airline. Like I'm like a $1 million+ miler with United. I was like, yeah, this is what it is. I was just like feeling cocky. I get in the plane, and I turn the corner. I was like, no, is that Eric Trump? I was like, nah, man, it can't be. So I put up my bag and I took a second look and I saw his name on his sweater. And I was like, no, that's definitely Eric Trump. Who the hell walks around?
He had his name on his sweater?
Yeah, he had his family crest, son. You don't walk around with your family crest. You don't have your family crest. I got my SWAT hat, got my SWAT logo. So I was just like, oh, this is crazy. And initially when I walked in, I saw this white lady behind us. That's who I saw first. And she was flicking off whoever was in front of us. She was just like going nuts. She was just a flurry of these. She had like
no,
both
she
middle
did not.
fingers. She was like,
no, she wasn't.
She was going crazy. I was like, what's wrong with you, lady? And I look over. I was like, oh, I see what's wrong with you, lady. And I was like, is this really my seat? And
so
I
she's
sat
flicking
down.
off the seat from behind it?
Yeah. She was like, oh, she was so angry because his father just got elected like 3 weeks previous.
So this is a white woman.
Yeah, so you've never seen a white woman angry in first class. Like, it's just like they're usually happy with their mimosa and shit, like whatever. And I sit down and I was like, "Salam alaikum, Eric." That's what I told him. I just threw that, and he was like, "What's up, man?" He started smiling, and I was like, "Yo, man, I just had to mess with you a little bit. My name is Muhammad. I'm Muslim. I'm Arab. I also I came here as a refugee. Too late. Can't kick me out." And he was just like, "Oh man, relax." I was like, "Nah, man, you relax." I was like, "Look, you tell your dad to build all the walls he wants." He was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, you tell your dad to build all the walls he wants." My family flew in. You know, it's like, I'm just saying, like, I'm one Spirit Airlines flight away from being back in the game. Like, it's not really. What is this, like Game of Thrones? Like, I need magical dragons to get over these walls. Like, oh no, like, come on, man. Mexicans will tunnel and they won't be a problem. Like, I just think it's just such a waste. And we just, you know, and I took a picture and I put a silly caption on top of it, and then I woke up in Scotland that went super viral. Apparently, I was just like, "Oh, I went viral, and that's scary." And my boy was like, "Nah, man, you went super viral. That's when you crossed over different platforms across the world." And I was like, "What does that mean?" I started Googling myself, and then I opened up my email, and there was like 100 media requests from every single person you've ever wanted to talk to, like everyone. It was crazy. I was horrified. I was like, yuck, am I gonna be like, "Oh, you're the comedian sat next to Eric Trump"? You ever seen that episode of Bart Simpson when he got famous for just saying the line, "I didn't do it"? You know that line? You know, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be that guy that's next to Eric Trump the whole time." I was like, "This is gross." So I was scared. I was really scared. So I called Chappelle. I was like, "Yo, man, I don't know what to do. This is crazy. Should I do interviews? Because these people are just writing articles and just like quoting me. I never talked to anybody. Like, this world is weird, man. It's gross." I was just like, "You just going to quote me and you didn't even talk to me?" Yeah. Like, so he was like, "You got to control the narrative. You got to call him." And
so he said that you do have to call him.
Yeah. And the crazy part is when I looked at Eric, I was just like, "Yo, I know how your dad got elected." He was like, "How?" He was like, "Well, he just played the media. He knows what the trigger words are, and he just would keep repeating them over and over again to create and solicit all this action from them, and therefore dominating the perspective and then getting elected." And he just didn't even stutter. He goes, "It's exactly how I did it." I was like, gross. I was like, so gross. I was grossed out. I was like, "What are you talking about?" So it's
Would you
weird.
ever hang out with Eric in real life?
Why?
Just had to go there.
I mean, I don't even know.
Had to go for it, Jim. Just had to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's Kim Kardashian's going to the White House. Like, it's a joke, man. It's like, what's next? Barney's going to be in the White House, like, talking what he can do for...
Here's what I want. Because you are Muslim, Arab brother. Has your comedy had to change since Trump been in office?
No, it's gotten stronger since he's gotten in office. Like, yeah, it's just
like I'm like, are crowds, you know, standoffish? Have you seemed to get more love since? I'm just curious as to...
I think probably more love, I would say. I'd get more love. I mean, even the ones that... The thing is that anybody that supports Trump that feels the way they do about, you know, they're a super racist, that feel a certain way about Muslims, that feel a certain way about Arabs or black people or what have you, they just don't hang out with them. They just don't ever have a moment where they just see them on stage, specifically Arab and Muslims. You know, like, you probably in middle America don't really hang out with a Muslim or Arab dude, or at least if you do, you didn't know they were. You know, you could just be undercover. It's just like living your life. So when they do see that, it flips the script big time.
Yeah, I thought it might affect your comedy just a little bit.
No. It's made it stronger. It's made it better. Like, I could talk about anything I want. I could say whatever I want. I feel very supported. You know, I'm always going up at the Comedy Cellar in New York, and that's like my second home now. So it's just like, man, I feel super supported, and I just feel like I can say anything.
Are you scared now that you're getting ready to do your deal with Netflix? Are there any scary moments for you at this point? And do you feel like you've had your breakout moment yet? Like you said, you've been doing this for 20 years.
Not yet. No, I feel like Netflix is the joint. You know, like this special is something I've nurtured and taken care of. This material is just like so ready. I'm so excited to film it June 28th at the Paramount in
Do you already have a
Austin.
Name for the special?
I don't.
No.
I was told by Dave, see the baby before you name the baby. So that's what I'm going to do. I have like 5 titles at least that are on the short list. But yeah,
I got one for you.
What's up?
I took Monique's check.
I took Monique's check. Oh
Wow,
my God!
okay.
Well, that was out of left field, bro.
It sure was.
I could have basically I did what Monique should have done. Get multiple offers from different platforms to raise your money and create the opportunity for yourself.
And then go do your thing.
Yeah.
What else would you like to do at this point? Because movies, TVs, writing for other people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What else does Mo see? Because like you said, you've been doing this. This has been your career, your only job for 20 years.
Yeah, I'm about to. I got picked up for a TV show. I haven't announced it yet. It's for Hulu. It's about a Arab American Muslim guy in America, and I'll be a regular on that show. It's going to come out this fall on Hulu. Judd Apatow is a really good friend of mine. He's one of the reasons why I ended up going with the decision that I made, and we're in close contact. I was on Crashing, and he's always in touch, so I feel like movies are coming. And I just did a movie last year, actually. They don't have a title for it yet. They're still doing that. But, yeah, it's moving. Everything is moving in a very positive direction. But to me, stand-up is always
your home.
Is my home,
You're funny, man. If no one has ever seen Mo Amer, see him, man. It is an incredible surprise to see him on stage. Because you're funny when you talk. You're like, I wonder if this guy can hold that down on stage for like 45 minutes to an hour. And we saw you and like, man, this guy is tearing it up here.
Oh, yeah. I freestyle on the road, man. I can't wait. Like, I just do hours on regular.
Can you really?
Yeah.
I've
been doing it 20 years, bro. I've been at it 20 years, bro. I can't. What do you mean?
I'm kind of,
get up and start. What am I?
Do your show.
A singer? This is what Arabs do.
Comedy Club.
Hey, listen. Coop over here trying to get a free show, bro. That's what he's doing.
This is what Arabs do to like comedians because they don't know what comedy is. So I'm touring in the Middle East. They're like, come on, give us a little taste, I'm like, what am I gonna be like? Just like, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I do stand-up. It's very natural. And they've been laughing the entire interview, and they still want to taste. I'm like, bro, you've been laughing the whole time. You want me to just, like,
is the comedy?
ridiculous.
I'm glad you mentioned it. Is the comedy, do you have to do different type of comedy when you go home, so to speak?
Are
Arabs,
to Houston?
Well, you know what I mean. Okay, true. You got me. He's from the SWAT. I get it.
I do have to change my tone when I come to Houston because they don't understand. No, not really. No.
And you actually gone back home because I know you're from Palestine.
I mean, I am. Yeah. So when I tour in the Middle East, like the dope thing that I can do is I speak Arabic, so it's great. Like to be able to.
I didn't.
Yeah. So
I've never asked that before.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I've done tours in Tunisia.
Is the comedy different when you? Can you
I have a whole
translate
Arab show. Like I could do an Arab stand-up show. Yeah. I basically like get to do what George Lopez gets to do, where he speaks English and then throws out some Spanish words. Mm-hmm. So I get to like play with things in the Middle East that I don't get to normally do. So it's fun. It's like playing with a different, like building something with a different toolbox. You're like, oh, cool. I got this tool and that tool that I never get to use, rarely get to use. So that's fun.
And are they accepting because, here it is, you've been raised in America. So
do
they
look kidding? They love it. They
really?
Look at me as a superstar. Yeah, I go there. They're like, oh, Mo now. You know what I mean? They treat me like a king. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, touring in the Middle East is phenomenal. Middle East, Australia, I'm in Europe. I have great experiences all over, yeah.
Well, Mo, man, I know this sounds crazy.
I come to America, they're like, you who?
J Mac, get out!
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to film this Netflix special on June 28th, and I'm also gonna be doing shows with Chappelle and Jon Stewart when they come here.
So you still working?
I'm excited.
Still working?
Yeah, yes.
You gotta work. Work.
Next level, bro.
No, Mo Amer. So we'll be looking for that, Mo. Extremely proud of you, brother. Because we know you from the SWAT. So when you see people make it out the H, man, it's always cool just to see that.
It's the Leaf, man. Hastings High School, class of ¡99. Where you at? I'm so happy I got a deal before my 20-year reunion. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shh. I don't want to be that guy showing up to the 20-year reunion.
What'd you do with your life?
That's the guy that wanted to do comedy. He's still.
Are you still doing the comedy?
He's still working Ramada Inns in Louisiana. It's really hasn't worked out for him. He was funny in high school though, but I think he he should just be a clown at this point. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like it would be a scary decision. Like that's what you did. That's what I decided to do with my life. And you know, I made it so public. And I would tell people like when I was in A-League, like it's crazy. I'm gonna get an HBO special. That was the big thing. You know?
And then finally, the parents, man, they still believe that you are a comedian.
Yeah, my mom. My father passed away many years ago, but yeah, my mom, yeah, definitely. My mom is just like excited and also very scared for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, because right now I get to enjoy different stuff. I'm sure when we drop the Netflix special and things happen, it's gonna be a different lifestyle. You know, so things are gonna start to shift. So she's worried about it. She came out to Radio City Music Hall when I did shows with Chance and Dave and Jon Stewart and all that, and she saw all these people. It was the first time she actually saw me perform with Dave. Like it's the first time, and it's a Radio City Music Hall. You got 6,500 people. My mom didn't even know who Chance the Rapper is. You know what I'm saying? She's like, who? Chance for what? Chance for what? You know, I'm like, nah, mom's like that. And she just saw the whole thing happen. And she was like, oh no. You know, there's a lot of eyes on her. I'm scared of him. She's sitting there praying for me like Manny Pacquiao's mom in a boxing match. She's sitting there holding a little something, praying for me. So it was just a beautiful experience to have that with my mother and to do that. So yeah, she's very proud.
Well, Mo, we're proud of you too, man. And continued success, brother.
Thank you,
man.
So Houston, man, H-Town, if there's enough people that are going to go to the special June 28th, might get some charter buses for everyone. Yeah.
How can we go if we want to?
Bus us out.
Well, you got to get your tickets first and then get in touch with me on my website. You can go to my website, moamer.com, MOAMER. It's like America without the ICA.
No, he meant how can we go?
Oh, how can we go?
No, man,
you guys are all invited.
How can we go?
I think he said buy your ticket.
Buy your ticket.
Go to the website. Get the website. Jimbo was paying attention. Go to the website.
Go to the website, moamer.com.
You got that?
Okay. Yeah.
And then he'll gonna hook up all the other information from there, brother.
Yeah. So
first step, buy the ticket.
Yeah, buy the ticket. Second step, get fuel for your vehicle. Third step, no, for real. If there's enough people that want to come from Houston, I'm hoping so that you know we'll take care of the transportation.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be real cool.
Yeah. That's one of the things that we want to do. So I'm trying to put that together now.
Well, Mo, good luck to you, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys at the show.